Hello everyone, John here, and we're going to have a little adventure on the Japanese Mario Maker 2 website, and ask questions like, who on earth is this person right here? Well, this is Yamamura, who is from the first Mario Maker game, The Pigeon, but this is not Mario, this is someone new called Nina. Now, we don't exactly know who Nina is or what purpose she serves, but this is our very first time seeing her, and she seems to be an entirely new character, as none of us remember her from the first game. And she's even wearing a Mario Maker 2 t-shirt over there. So for what purpose she serves, we don't know just yet, but it's definitely a sign that there's going to be more characters in this game. Moving on, we have a whole wheel showing new elements for this game. And this is actually our first time seeing a lot of these elements in their respective styles. So for instance, we can see Boom Boom and the Angry Sun in Mario 3 back there, where they originated from, so it's not too surprising to see them. But here we can see Boom Boom, parachutes, the Angry Sun, snake blocks, poison mushrooms, tilting platforms, dry bone shells, slopes, claws, 10 coins, on and off switches, twisters, and bonsai bills in each style. There's a lot to take in, so take a look. And yeah, the Angry Sun only looks weird in New Super Mario Bros. For whatever reason. Alright, and 3D World's actually a bit different, and yeah, that's the same Boom Boom render as Mario U. So not all of the elements in other styles are replicated in 3D World. So instead of poison mushrooms and claws, this style has things like crates and piranha creepers, even if they don't appear on this site. So yeah, the 3D World segment's a bit shorter than the others here. Now these aren't all the elements in the game, but it is a good chunk of them, and a few of them are making their debut on this website, so it's kinda crazy to see them here. And by the way, that bonsai bill is looking very aggressive in the Super Mario Bros. Style. Moving on to the play section, we have a bunch of screenshots, and some of these may seem familiar because we actually looked at these in the past. So this one right here and this one over here were part of the Japanese flyer that we looked at in the past, and this one right here as well. But of course a few of these are brand new, so let's go take a look at them one by one. So in the first one we can see that Bowser Jr. is stacked on Bowser, there's some Boom Booms parachuting down, there's two Kameks stacked on each other, so it is looking pretty menacing. In the next one, we're in the Super Mario Bros. Style, and it seems to need 50 coins to clear this level. And if you look in that clown car over there, you'll see something that resembles the giant mushroom from the original Mario Maker. Although the colours are a bit darker here, they kinda match the homing Banzai Bill, which I guess it could also be. But just going off the patterns, this is very likely the giant mushroom. And there's actually more evidence of that existing later on, so stay tuned for that. Next, there's a multiplayer scene of the forest in Super Mario World. Everyone has a Yoshi, apart from poor Blue Toad. Now I think this scene was actually in the direct, and we can see how the wind affects pretty much everything, including items, enemies, and of course Mario. Then the snow theme in Super Mario Bros. 3 with coins coming down on parachutes. Pretty standard otherwise. Okay, and this is Super Mario World underwater, and if you're wondering why things aren't just floating around, that's because we're still in the editor here, as shown by the arrows on the bonsai bills and also the squares in the background. Next up we have what I believe is Mario World's desert, and we can see the Angry Sun over here, as well as some stacked Goombrats. Other than that, nothing too exciting going on here. Though we do expect that these guys will launch at different speeds because they're coming out of different pipes. Red one goes fast, green one goes normal, and the blue one is the slowest. Now this scene was in the direct, nothing too exciting going on here, though the water level will rise and fall as Mario goes along. Okay, and this is the desert at night during multiplayer, and there's a Kamek right there in the Super Mario Bros. Style, but otherwise, yeah, nothing too exciting going on here. Or is there? Look a bit closer at the castle. There is no flagpole, so how do we finish this level? I've got to imagine there's some kind of objective at play, but there's no kind of marker at the top of the screen. So who knows, maybe this is a multiplayer free-for-all of some kind. Maybe the objective is to just kind of, destroy your opponents. Okay, now we can see the Angry Sun in the Super Mario Bros. Style here, and the objective is to get rid of 9 Spinies, which presumably we're going to be doing with these power blocks, kind of similar to the original arcade Mario Bros. And this, by the way, is the sky theme. Alright, now we're in 3D world, and things are looking a bit gloomy. So we're actually in the carnival scene at the moment, and I'm not entirely sure what level layout this corresponds with. I guess we'll see that more down the line. So I guess this is probably the scene at night, which is why it's so foggy. Now this one we saw in the Japanese flyer, Mario is flying around, and there seems to be some anti-gravity going on as it's in the night theme, which explains why Mario looks like he's swimming in the air. And speaking of the night theme, here's the forest in Mario World at night, and with that the water has become poison. Gotta watch out for that. Here's a very simple look at Mario World's forest scene, nothing too exciting going on here. Here's a brand new effect going on in New Super Mario Bros. The underground style in Super Mario Bros. 3 at night, meaning it's upside down. A very busy looking Super Mario Bros. 3 in what I believe is the forest theme. So there's some starmen coming down in parachutes, there's some fireballs everywhere, Goombas, tiny pipes, and just lots of things going around to kill you. This one was in the Direct, and there's some dramatic music playing, which we'll actually hear a bit later on. This was also in the Direct, and Mario's riding the Koopa car and just bouncing off a bunch of Banzai Bills. Another one from the Direct, so there's very little gravity here because we're in the night theme, and Mario's going to be bouncing up and down on these music blocks. Now this one should be very familiar as we analysed it back when it was a very blurry screenshot with Meowth's debut. There's also some Charvars going back and forth, and we also know they can fly in from the background to the foreground as well. And of course there's a sneaky little Piranha Creeper over there. Here's Mario again in the Koopa car, just driving around, and it looks like he's just bounced off that Piranha Creeper there. There's a few little stars. Poor little guy. Mario in the desert theme, again this was in the Direct. Nothing too crazy going on, apart from there is an angry sun just above Mario on the top left. Here's another look at the grabbies, and the enemies aren't falling here because we're actually in the editing style as shown by the squares in the background. There's a nice little locked door over there, and we have a key to unlock it, so we're looking pretty good at the moment. Though that thwomp over there in the clown car, that's pretty intimidating. Like a lot of other screenshots, this scene was also in the Direct, but check out that 10 coin over there. It's kind of unclear how we get to it, though maybe we break through those blocks and then cling onto the walls as Cat Mario. And yeah, this screenshot was also one of the ones in the Japanese flyer, showing the grabbies again. We've got the giant Goomba. I believe there's Bowser Jr. just off to the side there. We've got the Angry Sun. Basically, lots of things that want to kill you. And finally, another one from the Japanese flyer. We have the snake blocks at the top. This is in the Super Mario Bros. Style. Although Mario is actually big here, which in the original game you would get by scanning in the Anniversary amiibo or unlocking the function in the game. So basically this just makes Mario very big, and with us even possibly seeing the giant mushroom earlier, it's a good sign that those amiibo are very likely in the game, or at the very least we can unlock their functions. Alright, so that's most of the stuff we want to show off from this website, but to end off we're just going to listen to a few sound effects. Now, these were present in the Direct, but you can hear them a lot better without any commentary going on. So I'm going to shut up and you guys can listen to these 3 new sound effects. So that's everything we wanted to point out on the Super Mario Maker 2 Japanese website. There's a lot going on here and we still have so much to cover of this game. So of course stay tuned to GameXplain for a lot more on Mario Maker 2, including several more analyses to come, and other things gaming too. Until next time, bye.